Hello sheddies, and you join me again in my shed. You may have seen that last video I did with the welder, and I had that old welding mask. It was terrible. I couldn't see, I had to flip that lens up and down so I can see what I was doing. I wanted an auto darkening one. So I bought one, which is in that box over there. And I wanted something that was a bit different, a bit not the norm, not like a standard black welding mask, but something with a bit of style and a bit of colour. So this is what I bought. Let's go have a look. Funky, isn't it? So what do you think to that then? That was my old mask. Awful. That's going to go in the bin, or as a backup at least. I've already took the stickers off. There was a sticker on the front and a sticker on the back, just a protective film. It's got a dial on the side here. That's to adjust the shade. There's actually a chart in the manual to show what settings to put it on for MIG welding and what ampage. And I say I haven't used it yet. I'm going to do another video on it when I do some more welding, but I just wanted to show you first. So here's the MIG welder. It's a Clark Weld MIG 151 TE, and it's been sat in a cupboard in my bar kitchen around there for the last 2 years. I've not done anything with it. And I did in a video, I just cleaned it up. And it works, which is fantastic. You may see a glimpse of a green box there. That's a video to come on that. Nothing to do with welding, by the way. More to do with woodwork. Well, it is to do with woodwork. I think I need to get another gas bottle for it. And thanks to the comments as well that came through on this welder. It really helps. Another one of my acquisitions. That was quite controversial. See the video on my channel. One thing I didn't mention in the video as well, it normally comes with a handle that sticks out the back there, which is missing. There's my day one welding. And these are the settings I'm going to get used to depending on the thickness of the metal and the speed. And I also need to get a welding jacket or some sort of apron. Back to the helmet. Look at that design. It's almost Iron Man-esque, if you like, but I like the skeleton sort of design at the bottom here. Yeah, and it looks like he's wearing a mask, a welding mask. But yeah, life's too short to be serious. We need to have a bit of fun. And by the way, there's a whole range of this particular model on Amazon. I'll put a link below actually. And it's not much extra for this design. The other ones were bland. In fact, there was some with nice designs on and stuff, but this was the only one that was sort of like an indent for the teeth, etc. The other ones sort of came down here like the normal welding masks or welding helmets. And I'm quite aware that it doesn't come all the way over the head as well. There's a bit of a lip there, and that's probably going to deflect a few sparks. I don't know for sure. I've not studied this manual particularly well. I'm just giving you the sort of basics for now. And then on the inside, if you can see inside here, got a delay time adjustment there, and then a sensitivity adjustment there. And if you can just see there, it takes one of those CR2032 batteries, I think it is. Lithium batteries that sits underneath there, which you can actually unscrew to get the battery out. So if we turn that, take that out. And there's the battery. Click. As you can probably guess, it's made of a plastic. As you can see in the manual here is an exploded diagram. I've seen some masks on Amazon that you have to build them yourself, which I was quite pleased that this one came already complete and ready to go. And if you see up there, excuse the hairs by the way, I've just had my hair cut. You can see the cable that goes out the side there and then into this dial at the side for the shade. And I've tried that already, so when I'll try and put the camera inside here, actually, you can see what I mean. So it adjusts the shade on the front of the lens there. And at the front there, we've got a sensor and a solar panel there, so it detects the light as it appears. And I think it's within it's within milliseconds. And I say you can adjust that on the delay time, depending on what you're using, MIG, TIG, or whatever welding you're doing. So you can see on there, it shows the welding types and the welding current, and then what setting you need to put it on, depending on what welding you're doing. I believe that's the model. It doesn't actually say. well, unless I've missed it, but it's a DX500S. And the make is, there we go, Deco, D-E-K-O. Adjustment at the back here for the helmet itself, for the head strap. And then there's an adjustment at the top as well. I found that to be really comfortable. It's padded at the front there, as we can see. And these dials here, you can have them in different settings in different positions. So these knobs at the back here, there's one either side, and that's to adjust the positioning of the tilt of the helmet. As you can see at the moment, you can flip it up. So I can flip it up and down on my head. So if you didn't know already, auto darkening is when it sees a light or detects light, within milliseconds it goes from a clear view, or almost a clear view, to darkness. And we can demonstrate that with a lighter in front of it. So here we have a lighter, and put you inside here. See how we're going to do this. And in case you're wondering, I didn't choose style over quality. This model has some great reviews. So you should be able to see through the lens now. You can see the light on the top of the shed. So if I get the lighter in front of it, it cuts out straight away. So I can adjust the shade as well. So if I do that now, that's on whatever setting it's on, and then go to another setting. I'm turning the knob at the side, by the way. So I think that's the lowest setting. Now let's go to the highest setting. I think it goes a bit darker. And there's another one, you'll hear it click. If I turn the knob at the side of the helmet, it goes click. There we go. Then when that's classed as grind. So if you're grinding as well, then nothing happens. So you can grind without it going dark. This test is also good for making sure the battery's okay. So there's the click at the side for the grind. And if you are new to my channel, you'll probably realise that I'm new to welding. But if you have a look on my channel, you'll see all sorts of other videos I've got on there. So we've got a protective plate on the front there, which you can actually remove and replace. Then underneath it is the UV IR or infrared filter. And in the brochure here is a specification of all the different models, or model of lens. Ticked it, I think it's that one that I've got. A bit of a statement in the manual here. Solar Energy Auto-Darkening Welding Helmet is a high-tech product integrating the technology of spectral filtering, photoelectric inductive control and liquid crystal light control. Auto-darkening filter, ADF, works with photoelectric inductive principle, which makes the liquid crystal change from bright state into dark state in receiving the arc light and automatically back to the dark state when welding is finished. Thus, it protects the user's eyes and skin and face from the arc splash and infrared/ultraviolet radiation. Whew, there we go. So what do you think to it? What do you reckon to the colours of that? I'm sure it will divide everybody and the design and everything else. I love it. I think it's brilliant. And in case you're wondering, here's all the designs and all the colours. To give you an idea, this is the old one. So I have to do that every time I want to look what I'm doing before I'm start to weld and then knock that down. Or flip the entire helmet down with my head, so you knock it forward. With this, I'm not going to need to bother doing that anymore. If you are new to this channel, then you'll probably realise that I am new to welding. I'm new to a lot of trades and tools actually, but I like to learn and play around with things. So don't take a lot of things I say in this video as gospel. Do your own research first, please. I just take you along on my journeys because I know there's a lot of people out there that are the same as me that like to go to the shed and play around with tools and projects and do things that they never thought they could do before. That's what this channel's all about. And if you give me a thumbs up, it really helps my channel. So for all the amateurs out there like me, I'm bringing these videos out hopefully to inspire you. I don't mind releasing these videos to do that. And to all the professional welders, bring on your comments. I love it. But seriously, any comments you want to put in there, it's great because the amateurs that can learn from the professionals and all these sort of things. And there's a lot of things that I miss out on these videos. I'm quite aware of that. I either forget or I'm ill-informed or I don't read the instructions properly. But it's a starting point. So never be afraid and put off. Life's too short. Have a go. Just stay safe. Read the instructions. So I need to play around with this a lot more when I do day 2 of my welding journey. And I say the last time I welded, it was no excuse, but I was going all over the place because I couldn't see what I was doing. But this, I've got no excuses. Well, I think so. So I'm gonna have a play around it, get the settings right. And I also need to get the settings right on that MIG welder. And I said in the other video, I've got something else to open. That's to come. I just haven't had time at the minute. I'll put the link below in the description. There's lots of other designs on there. If I don't use it for welding, I've got a mask for Halloween at least. Or for fancy dress. Life is for having fun. Our sheds are for having fun. Our tools, our projects and everything's for having fun. And so is this mask. So thanks for watching. Take care. Cheers. See you next time on Weekend Shedhead.